Hey everyone, it's Court. I'm in the research area and I just want to point something out. When I did the singing video, I was aiming at this area right here, just over this soil mound right here. He was there. He was on the back side and you could see some of his head and shoulder, or it could have been his back. So I had it aimed in this direction, but I was the left-hand side was covering the brown one. So he was just over the soil mound, just listening. Came in tight. So I was just going to make this video to show you he is not there. So just wanted to point that out. If you guys haven't seen, I'll show you where let me put this thing back out. I'll show you what this little guy's doing back here. If you're new to my channel, my research group, he just loves this area. Okay, there's a new stick here. Oh, let's start here. So let me back up here. About 2 months ago, after a fire, the next day, he pushed this wild cherry tree over. Okay, and it was down for probably about 3 weeks to a month. Let's say 5 weeks. And all of a sudden, in my audio, I'm hearing a lot of cracking, a lot of popping, a lot of breaking. And this showed up. This is one of the first things he did. He started, and that's kind of new right here. He added a piece. You can see he's still doing it. So he's breaking it off. He's stacking them in here. Okay. See that limb he put in there? So this is all original with the tree right here, but he's building like a design, a shelter. Okay, he broke this. That's been broke right here. He twisted that piece off. And here's the most impressive thing. Look at that arch. We'll come a little closer, I'll show you. Now, hold on, I got new stuff in here. What's going on here? Okay, this doesn't belong here. He brought this here. He brought this here. This ain't part of this tree. This is some type of fruit tree. So he just broke that off somewhere else and shoved it in there. Oh, there it is. He broke it off here. Okay. So maybe that is, no, that was another tree that got pushed over. So this is not a wild cherry. This is a wild cherry. If you look at the bark, this is not wild cherry. So this is I don't know what it is. I'm thinking like maybe an old pear or a peach tree or something. I just don't know. So he broke it off there and he's shoving it into here. Now I gotta cut this wood up, and I'm regretting it because I'm afraid if I cut all this up, he's gonna quit playing. So I'm gonna leave this lay for a while. Just let it season. All right, next thing he did, he found this piece or broke it off and he shoved it in the ground. An upside down Y. Next, what do you do? Put a booby trap in here for me. Unbelievable. He put a booby trap in. Okay, step over. All right, so here's the arch. Goes up, bends down around, and it's tied to an old log. Let me walk around. Right here. See this log right here? This is what it's tied to. Comes down and it's tied into here. So I gotta be careful because there's a widowmaker right here. This tree has been broke and it's just sitting there, leaning right up above me. So I gotta be real careful around here. I don't like to just hang out around here. Oh, so there's also some new stuff up here on the hill. He put like an X in right here, but the one X fell down. It wasn't stable. Then up in the trees, another Widowmaker he put up there, and he broke this tree. Okay, this is actually the bottom of the tree is down here that broke. So it was up there, it snapped, it fell back. Lucky he didn't get killed. So it kicked on him, and he never pushed the tree over. He got it hung up, and then the top of it broke too, and he got himself a little lookout up there. And it's funny, if you look close, how he worked the one limb in between two other ones in a Y, where it's stable up there. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what he did up there. So he can crawl up there. I mean, he's probably the 7-year-old, so he can crawl up there and just hang out and just watch me from up there, and I'd never see him. I need to remember that when I do my fires, that could be an area to watch with the night vision and stuff. So that break happened when this tree was pushed over, but that arch, that was just a month ago. He did all that. So a lot of this stuff's going on at night. He comes in and he's just playing. I mean, that's, oh, something else I need to, whoa, 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 whoa. Got something new. Got something new. So he's digging for bugs. Okay, these creatures, I never realized how much bugs they eat. They love worms, they love bugs, and they dig for them, okay? And that tapping you're hearing a lot of times are them just digging into these logs, trying to get the carpenter ants and all the little critters that's living in there. And this is what this little guy does. That's all he'll do. He'll sit back here and he'll tap and he'll dig, and you can see the pound marks. He might be using a tool. This kind of look like fingernails marks. I don't know. It could be a small animal, but I'll show you this. All right, this showed up. Wasn't here before. Before this tree was pushed over, he was playing back here. This was his play spot. Now what he was doing was, you see this old log that's just been laying here? He was breaking these off, okay? Peeling them back, breaking them off. And he was putting them in the hole, okay? There must be hundreds of them, okay? He dug out a hole. Let me put my foot up to it so you can have a good idea. He dug a hole, and there's thousands of, and I first thought, you know, oh, maybe this was the tree stump, you know, and he just pushed it over, but no. If you look closer, that thing's been on the ground for years. It's been here for years. It wasn't in the ground. So this is just him playing. So, good stuff. Good stuff. And he did those, you know. He likes to bring things here. Oh, there's another stick. He likes to bring things here, add to this collection. He pushed this over this time last year, this wild cherry. I ended up cutting most of it up. Get off there. That was probably about 3 weeks ago. He pushed, that's only about 5 foot tall, so that's perfect, right, for one of the twins. And it's still laying there, the log's still right there. So we had a lightning strike over here. We had that really bad storm in Ohio 2 months ago. I'll show you. This is the lightning strike. I gotta figure out how am I gonna get my cut this wood up. It's gonna be a while before it comes down, I'm afraid of. And then over on the neighbor's property, he's been pushing stuff over there too. So he's got one across the top up there, just like he does up here. This is a thing for them. They like to do this. So like my research area is like in the perfect spot, you know. They can come in and snoop around here, and most of the time we can't even detect when they're here because they're so quiet. You know, they'll only move, and they're so patient. They'll stay in one spot and they will not move until traffic comes down the hill. So they're like the masters, you know, of sound disguise. And so yeah, you could have a squatch right behind you and you'll never know it. Never know it. Unless he did this the end of last fall. So this is the next one I'm cutting up. Probably do that today. I'm gonna cut this up. I'm gonna cut this up. And I'm gonna cut this one up. So that's gonna be on the agenda today. Get some of this wood cut, stacked, and ready for a fire this weekend. All right, guys. This is the research area. All right, you guys have a good one. Oh, one last thing. Check out this path. This is where I had the banana up on this tree here, all roped off, and he pulled the string because he couldn't get to the banana. The 7-year-old, I had it set for like 7 foot, 8 foot up. Well, he's only 5 foot tall, the 7-year-old, and he couldn't reach it. So he pulled the string, and then he climbed up the tree. Amazing. So the feeding area is right here, and I'm following the path. So all right, guys, we'll talk to you later.